The MCU's most anticipated team-up films are going to need a little more time to assemble. Disney has confirmed delays for two of Marvel Studios' biggest upcoming blockbusters: Avengers, Doomsday and Avengers, Secret Wars. The highly awaited Avengers, Doomsday, initially set to storm theaters on May 1, 2026, will now debut on December 18, 2026, pushing its release back by nearly 7 months. The domino effect is already in motion. Avengers, Secret Wars has also been pushed from its previous date of May 7, 2027, to December 17, 2027. That's a full year's worth of shifting. And for Marvel fans eagerly anticipating these epic installments, the delay is sure to stir up a lot of feelings. This announcement, made by Disney on Thursday afternoon, comes amid a broader shakeup of its entire movie release schedule. The studio's reorganization includes the removal of several unannounced Marvel projects from its calendar, leaving fans with far fewer upcoming MCU releases than anticipated. Notably, the mysterious untitled Marvel slot that was originally earmarked for February 13, 2026, has now been erased entirely. Similarly, the previously reserved dates of November 6, 2026, and November 5, 2027, for other untitled Marvel features have been rebranded as Untitled Disney Films. With those adjustments, it now seems Avengers, Doomsday, and Spider-Man: Brand New Day are the only two confirmed MCU films left for 2026, making that year a far quieter one for the franchise than originally expected. To further complicate matters, no major Marvel releases are now slated between the July 25, 2026 debut of Fantastic Four, First Steps, and the much-anticipated fourth Spider-Man film starring Tom Holland, which is expected to land on July 31, 2026. This creates a rare gap in the MCU, a stretch longer than a year with no new theatrical releases, which will be the longest cinematic drought for Marvel since the COVID-19 era gap between Spider-Man, Far From Home, 2019, and Black Widow, 2021. While the delays have caused a stir among fans who were eagerly marking their calendars, Disney's decision makes a certain degree of sense given the complexity and scale of the two Avengers films. Doomsday and Secret Wars are not just your average superhero flicks. They're sprawling cinematic events that will bring together the greatest heroes, villains, and fan favorites from across the entire Marvel universe. Avengers. Doomsday is rumored to introduce the first appearance of Robert Downey Jr. With that, fans can expect explosive crossovers, including characters from Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, First Steps, and even the X-Men franchise, with Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen reprising their iconic roles as Professor X and Magneto, respectively. It's clear that the scale of the projects demands more time and precision. Marvel Studios has ramped up production in recent weeks, with Robert Downey Jr. himself sharing images of cast members, including his own cameo in the Thunderbolts set, fueling anticipation for what promises to be an iconic battle for the MCU's future. Still, it's a bittersweet moment for fans who now face an even longer wait for these monumental movies. The delay is also part of a broader shift in Disney's approach to the MCU, reflecting the words of CEO Bob Iger. In a recent investor call, Iger admitted that Marvel Studios may have lost focus by trying to juggle too many projects, from big-budget tentpoles to smaller Disney Plus series. By consolidating a bit and having Marvel focus much more on their films, Iger said, "We believe that will result in better quality." It's a philosophy that aligns with recent criticism of Marvel's content output, especially concerning its recent slate of Disney Plus series, and films that some fans and critics have described as feeling rushed or lacking the usual polish that made earlier MCU films such a phenomenon. This shift in strategy, while disappointing in the short term, could ultimately help elevate the future of the MCU and lead to more meticulously crafted cinematic experiences. As for what's next in the immediate future, things are somewhat quieter on the MCU front. Disney still has a few dates locked in for untitled Marvel features in 2028, including February 18th, May 5th, and November 10th. Beyond that, projects like Armor Wars and Blade are in the pipeline, but neither of these films currently has an official release date. For now, Marvel fans are going to have to sit tight as Avengers, Doomsday, and Avengers, Secret Wars are being carefully crafted for what will undoubtedly be the most ambitious crossovers the MCU has ever seen. Here's hoping the extra time means these movies will live up to the monumental expectations fans have been building for years. While we may have to wait a little longer, the promise of what's to come is more thrilling than ever. Let's just hope the Avengers can finally assemble on time, whenever that may be.